Hello Scorpios, welcome to your personal zodiac reading. So you probably clicked on this reading if you are a Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, or if you are a Crosswatcher because the person you're dealing with, maybe you do have a counterpart, SP, soulmate, whatever it is, maybe a Scorpio. So yeah, Scorpio people, let's create your piles. There's going to be 2 piles and I'm using the Romance Angels. So while I am creating your piles, I would like to point out that I do have other content as well. So please check it out. And since you're Scorpios, I do have two, so far, two more like kinky sexual readings. What do they want to do to me? But also a channeled letter, pick a card from a deceased loved one, ID stalking my social media, how long is my journey to union. So all kinds of different readings. Messenger Oracle. For that reason, I would really appreciate if you would help me grow my channel, because I'm having so much fun doing it, and I love that the number of subscribers is growing slowly, but it is growing. And also I do love doing personal readings. So if you are interested in a personal reading, then of course you can contact me. I am very experienced. I have been doing this work not on YouTube, but with other clients, basically on those hotlines for like 14-15 years. I think I started in 2003, the Power Animal cards. So I do have a lot of coaching experience, and of course I have had many clients which taught me to find patterns. Oops, sorry, I forgot to add the Libra cards. Anyway, if you are interested, please do reach out. And also you can win a free reading if you subscribe, like and share and leave a comment below, then you will enter the raffle. I'm going to give away 2 free readings once I reached 500 subscribers. Then I'm going to use the Doreen Virtue deck of Ascended Masters. I only have it in German because it was sold out in English, and I found a used copy, but I think it cost like $100 or more than $100 back then when I was looking for those cards. So let's see. Ascended Masters, what do you want to tell Scorpios? Then we have the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. Very nice deck. I know many people like seeing the live shuffling to make sure I never hand pick cards. I never ever do. Even if I have prepared piles before in some picker cards, I have done that. I am usually going to open the cards with you together, and I don't see them before you do. Then we've got the True Love reading cards. Come on. Anyway, Scorpios, tell me how you're doing. Leave a comment. I hope you get a nice reading. Okay, spirits, what do you want to tell Scorpios? I love Scorpio energy. I really do. I have strong Scorpio energy myself, not Sun, Moon or Rising, even though I do have a Moon Pluto trine, the flower of life, which means my moon does have strong Scorpio energy. It's like being a bit like being a Scorpio moon and a moon in Aquarius at the same time for me. And also South Node in the 8th house, so that's more Scorpio energy. Mars in Scorpio. And I think I've got What else do I have in Scorpio? Jupiter. And there's something else. I do have Uranus right on the cusp between Sagittarius and Scorpio. But I do like Scorpio energy quite. I mean, I'm a Mars in Scorpio, so that is strong. Scorpio energy, most definitely. Okay, let's create your piles. Scorpio people. Okay. So this is going to be pile number 1 and pile number 2. And of course I am going to use my favorite tarot deck. You see, I've been working with this for many years. Yeah, it's an old deck, but my favorite because it allows me to look very deep. And it does contain nudity, so if you are scared of nudity, but since you are here on a Scorpio reading, that should not be the case. But if you are, I am not your reader, so please be careful. You might need to see some naked pictures. Okay, pile number 1 for Scorpio people. I'm going to draw 6 tarot cards. I'm going to do that with every pile because I want the entire deck for each pile. Okay, Scorpio, people, spirits, what do you want to tell Scorpios? Are there Crosswatchers 5 and 6? If this does not resonate, please check the other pile or another reading, or your sun, moon, rising, I mean this is your sun sign probably, or Venus sign, okay? We've got the Chariot, Death, 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands, whoa, the 8 of Cups, and wow, Art. This is the reconciliation cards. Those two are, you could say, belong to my favorite cards. Wow. This is amazing. And look, Death, you've got your own card. Death is the Scorpio card. Then you've got Deception. Somebody's wearing a false mask in this relationship. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. See the truth. Turtle, retreat. Stop trying to make something happen. This is like a peace offering. Ah, that's very important for Scorpios. Peace. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. The Sacred Woman. Look, another white buffalo. There is synchronicity already. And this card is called Flow. If you want to read it yourself, please click pause right now. To be open means to flow and not to hold yourself rigid in fears and resistance. Your true nature is openness. You do not have to achieve it, for you are already open. It is the mind that is closed, locked into certain belief systems that arise from your conditioned experience. The open heart is open to all experiences, for the wisdom of your heart knows that at the center of all experience is love. If you're searching for serenity, security, prosperity, and to be loved, know it already exists. All you have to do is feel and see it. As you do, the old illusions fueled by outdated beliefs and thought patterns will dissolve and your energy will transcend, moving you towards more of who you are. Feel the flow. Okay, beautiful card. Okay, what do I want to tell Scorpios? Okay, we already have stop trying to make something happen and then flow. It's important to get into the flow because it may be that there hasn't been something happening in quite a while, because we do have this card that is talking about nothing is happening. Maybe you are scared if you do have another person that your person doesn't love you back, because this is usually the card that is talking about not being in love, unrequited love, you could say. But I don't think that that is really the case, because we have those two amazing cards and the Nine of Cups, which is the card of wish fulfillment. Even though for some of you, it actually might be that you do think somebody is your person, and you come to realize, especially with this deception card, that you're wrong about this person, that that is not your person, again, for some of you. And once you have actually forgiven everything that needed to be forgiven, and we have see the truth here, we have deception and see the truth right next to one another. So I think for some of you, or actually maybe a couple more than just some of you, the person you have in mind may not be your person. There is another scenario, I will come to that if this first one does not resonate. Or maybe it does resonate, you just don't know it right now because you're not there yet, you're still in this energy. But it will be fine. I mean, it will be absolutely fine for you. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely fine. More than just that, okay? Amazing. I do have amazing cards here. It is just, again, for quite a number of you, I believe that you are not with the person you are supposed to be with, because there's somebody way better out there. And those of you are going to see the truth, and they will see that there has been that this person, maybe it was some kind of catalyst, because that person awakened healing with you, or brought to life old oppressed things that you can finally heal. The death card is the card of healing, of transition. So I guess many of you are dealing with some kind of catalyst, and it is important to make peace with stuff that comes up, because we do have this card is the offer of peace, but I do get peace. And you also see the sacred woman. She's got this heart in her hand. It's like healing her own heart, healing her heart chakra. And then death again is the card of healing. And in that case, you should not try to make something happen, because we do have the turtle, stop trying to make something happen, and then flow. It's important to get more into a flow, not to be resistant, to open up, to find your own. Yeah, and this is old illusions. You see, we do have the word illusions here as well. So I believe a great number of you put somebody on a pedestal. And I don't mean this like in a bad way. I have been in a catalyst twin situation for 8 years, and I loved that man. And still, for me, there hasn't been any, how do you say, any. What hurt about that situation was that I had expectancies that were not fulfilled. That man never mistreated me in any way, not verbally or assaulted me in any way, physically, of course, not. Nothing like that sort. But really hurt was that I loved him. I wanted to be with him, and he was not emotionally available. And even though he did love me back, so that was something that was quite difficult, of course. And still, I would not miss it in the world. I don't hold any grudges. Still, that man, even though I don't love him romantically anymore, is still very important to me. I mean, it had been 8 years, and it only ended when I met my real twin. All of a sudden that connection was gone, and first I didn't understand. So I'm not trying to shame you like, oh, you're being fooled. Not at all, because I know what it feels like to be in a catalyst situation, and that does not mean that a person is a bad person. I would never ever ever in a million years say a bad word about my catalyst twin, because a catalyst is somebody that's very close to you when it comes to a soul level. It is like being twins, but I mean like biological twins, but not how do you call it? Not identical twins. You know, those kind of twins that were fertilized by two different eggs. So it is somebody who is actually really really close to you, and meaning holding on to something like that, it is okay, even though I believe some of you already have the feeling that this is not going anywhere and you are going to fall out of love. But maybe it will be like it was with me. I loved that guy, and then my twin flame, my true twin flame, showed up, and there was just this click moment, and I was like, shit, what's happening here? And I grieved for my catalyst twin, because I thought that would be that he was my twin flame, of course, and I was grieving of that connection. And again, we do have with the death cards, so maybe it will be like this for you too, that you are going to meet your real counterpart. Doesn't have to be a twin flame, could be. And all of a sudden, the old connection is gone, and you feel like it's just something beautiful has been taken from you. But then there's this other connection, and can be confusing, of course. However, some of you may already know, because again, this is a general reading and you are all in different steps. So maybe some of you already see the truth, some are still stuck in these illusions and deceptions. However, once you have done the healing that we have with the death card, it's healing. We do have healing in here for me with the glowing heart chakra. We do have this card that is talking about, yeah, actually giving peace, but I feel like also making peace with a situation. And again, healing here. And this card that is kind of like saying stop forcing things. I mean, the chariot can also be like, I wanted to go forward like right now, but it's not the right time, and spirit is stopping you and saying this is not the person. But however, this says love endures. Do not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Meaning, love does not fade, even if it's not with a specific person. If that person gets replaced by a higher level connection, it's just that love gets, I don't want to say transferred, but it is a different kind of love, but it's still like it's getting transferred. So love does not stop existing in a way. So I think this is actually what's happening for many of you. However, once you meet that new person, you will probably click rather quickly, and you will realize, oh my god, you're everything that I wanted. You're even more than the other person. That love is even greater, because again, we do have the joy card, the Nine of Cups, which is the card of wish fulfillment, happiness. We've got the Four of Wands. Come on, this is union of high level soulmates, twin flames for some of you again, yeah? And this is a very twin flamey card for me as well. Look at the staff with those two snakes. This is a twin flame symbol. We got the sun, which is the masculine, the moon, which is the feminine. But first, it's important to find that inner balance within yourself, because this person has breasts and penis. So it is to find your inner balance with the divine feminine. I mean, this is not the divine feminine card. There is a divine feminine card in this deck. It's the sacred woman. But it is again getting into that heal aligned stage within yourself, and once you are aligned, then you will get to union with your other person, and I think it will be your true person. That person, then you will look at your catalyst and you're like, okay, yeah, the amazing guy, but oh my god, it's not compared. Those feelings will not be comparable to that true person. That will be just like over the top, like even more than you could ever expect. Okay, this is for those of you who actually are dealing with a maybe like a catalyst situation or an old ex situation. Some of you, of course, maybe, and I think most of you are not, but I think some of you are dealing already with the right person. And there is some, I hate the word blockages, but I have to say them, because that is why those people are sent to us. They're sent to us in order to heal oppressed stuff, and they heal stuff you didn't want to see. Maybe it is stuff you didn't want to see within your family community, you know, that there has been some unhealthy components, some unhealthy behaviors that maybe you picked up or you noticed and you haven't healed yet, and all of a sudden you are ascending and you're seeing the truth behind a lot of stuff. Even though I have to say, a catalyst usually comes to you to heal, and the true twin flame comes to help you ascend. Doesn't mean that there isn't a rest of healing. There maybe still is a little healing, especially for the divine feminine. The divine masculine twin usually is not awakened yet, but or at least not in that extent. But the divine feminine usually has cleared out her karmic cycles, and in order to draw in her true twin flames, you hardly ever draw in your true twin flame. If you still have stuff, you would call it a catalyst. However, that catalyst, once you have cleared, can turn into your divine counterpart, or maybe has been a divine counterpart, not a twin flame, but a divine counterpart all along. But you can only draw in your true twin flame, the feminine energy, if you already have cleared most of your karmic cycles and done the family healing. That is like vital. because you can only draw in a twin flame when you have reached a certain frequency. And if you still have all these old traumas, you're not in that frequency to draw in your real person yet. Again, the true twin flame is still, of course, sent for you to for more healing, but even more, it's the ascension process, whereas the catalyst is the healing process. But that is why I get, for many of you are dealing with a catalyst, which is still a beautiful thing. And a catalyst, again, can turn, because you may not have a twin flame. Not everybody has one, and even those who have one, it might not be incarnated. Maybe if you have a twin flame, it might be like a spirit guide, and that's down here with you. So then that would be a true person. Okay. However, those of you who are already dealing with the, I don't want to say right person, because a catalyst is not a wrong person. That's why I don't talk about false twins ever, because it's a real connection. False twin for me would only be if you heard about twin flames, you're like, oh, I want one, and then you put somebody on a pedestal, and it's nothing like that at all. That would be for me a false twin, because you make somebody your twin when it's really not. But a catalyst, it's not a false connection. It's a real, true, genuine connection. There is real true love there on both sides. It just can't get together yet. When you still have all those stuff to clear, you can get together. Either if you don't have a twin flame, you get together once you have cleared your stuff, and others you will lose that connection and draw in your twin flame. Yeah, that can happen. However, those of you who are already dealing with your person, you will see some truth, maybe about, again, family issues, old patterns, ex-boyfriends. And I know it's a thing for Scorpios to hold on grudges. That is the downside of Scorpio energy. So it is important for you to make peace. And I mean, I am a Mars in Scorpio as well. I know Scorpio energy. As I explained before, I do have a moon Pluto trine as well. So I do have a strong, like, Scorpio energy in my moon as well. However, now I have to say I never held on to grudges, because I'm an aqua moon, and aqua moons don't do that typically. But still, grudges, forgiveness is one of the biggest obstacles for Scorpio energy to heal. But one thing is very important: you never forgive for the other person, you forgive for yourself. Because if you think of somebody who hurt you, and then whenever you feel of that person, you feel bad, upset, sad, angry, your energy drops. That person probably doesn't even notice. Yeah, they probably don't even know what is happening. Maybe some will notice on the subconscious level that something is happening, some significant, some mild energy drop, but your energy drops. And that person that hurt you should not be worth for you to drop your energy every time you think of them. Because every time your energy drops, you are getting further away from your manifestations. You're further getting away from actually the dream life you want to have. You're getting more away from the light. You're getting closer to darkness every time. And by darkness, I don't mean, of course, evils. I mean more shadow sides, your own shadow side, ego side, the distorted energy, healed energy, distorted energy. So if you want to be healed, if you want to vibrate higher, you cannot hold on to grudges, because again, you're not harming the other person, you are harming yourself. And that person who hurt you should not deserve that you always get harmed whenever you think of them, because then they won. Don't let them win. If they still have that kind of power over you that you get upset every time you think of them, or sad or angry or mad, they still have power over you. And I know power is a big thing for Scorpios as well. Don't give that other person that kind of power. Don't ever give another person that kind of power that they can influence your energy. Or actually, you influence your energy. If you think of them in a bad way, your energy drops. So it is on you to keep your energy high by just healing that stuff and getting into peace. Because once you get into peace, you will get your reconciliation. I mean, we have two reconciliation cards. We've got the Union card for Wands, the Homecoming of Odysseus, which means often that there is obstacles, that there is trials, that there is some kind of lessons to learn before Odysseus could come home to his wife. So this is the union after you have cleared your obstacles, not before, after you have cleared your obstacles. And again, reconciliation, we do have the merging of the feminine and the masculine in this card. We do have the Chariot, which means it can go rather quickly once you have managed to let go of crutches. And again, a sacred woman, or man, if you are a man, of course, does not hold on to crutches. She has forgiven. She's sending out love. By that, I don't mean that you have to think about that person that hurt you. Oh, I love you so much. Don't think about them at all. Heal that stuff. Do your forgiveness work, like Ho'oponopono or whatever you like. But do the work. Don't just oppress it again. Do the work, and let it go. Let it flow. And then you will get this. And with the Nine of Cups, it is ultimate joy. So even if it would be another person you're drawing in, you would be happier than ever before. And you would think back, looking at your catalyst, like, yeah, I know you're a great guy, but I found my true match now. And for those of you who are already dealing with that person, you will get the ultimate joy and happiness. But again, there needs to be something healed first. Some old patterns, thinking patterns, etc. must die. And it's important to get into the flow state. I would advise you to learn about manifesting. I personally love the teachings of Neville Goddard. I just recently discovered him. That is how he is spelled, Neville Goddard. And good would be the revision technique for you. Or again, you could try Ho'oponopono, but again, it is not, don't push things, don't try to manipulate things. That could be another issue for Scorpio energy as well, of course. Try to see your own, where am I deceiving myself? Because again, it might be that you are deceiving yourself in some kind of way, and it's important to finally see the truth and, yeah, ascend, to get to, I mean, those are, this one not, but all of these are amazing, amazing, amazing cards. Amazing cards. And look, you got 3 major arcana cards out of 6 cards. So this connection is going to be very important for you. And the next time is going to be very important for you, Scorpios pile 1. So I hope this resonated. Please like, subscribe, and share. Let me know about your situation. I'm always curious about what's going on with you guys. So bye-bye, pile number 1, Scorpio. Hello, pile number 2, Scorpios. Let's see what is going on with you. Pile 1 was kind of like a long reading, but okay. So the Scorpio video might be the longest. We'll see. Maybe pile 2 is shorter. So Spirit, what do you want to tell Scorpios 5 and 6? We do have the Father of Wands, the Star. Wow, you've got the Union card and the Nine of Cups as well. Well, you got very similar energy to the first pile. Maybe you want to check that one out too. Very similar energy. Those 2 cards, I mean, I only drew 6 cards. You just saw me drawing cards, right? Those 2 came out in the last pile. And this is the stagnation card. The other pile had a card, the 8 of Cups actually. This is the 8 of Pentacles. And the energy is quite similar because this one is a stagnation, not finding a way out, and the other one is a card that is talking about no action, like nothing is happening, like basically, yeah, this is more feeling stuck, and the other one is just like feeling tired or nothing is happening, about not even resting, just like being tired, you could say. I don't know the exact word for that, but it's, yeah, inaction. So you've got being stuck and you've got inaction. Similar energies. Let's check out the other cards. Maybe there is a big difference. We've got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Honeymoon. Trust in magic. Coyote, wise fool, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Oh, crystals. This is amazing. I mean, you saw me drawing out of this deck. I don't know how many cards this deck has. Maybe like 40 something. And Scorpio obviously is the 8th reading, zodiac sign reading I'm doing now. And this card probably came up in like 4 or 5 of 8 readings. Crystals. Epona. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. Sexual freedom, or that's Scorpio energy. And this card probably came out like the third or fourth time as well. Freedom. Wait, yeah, we do have sexual freedom here. And then we do have freedom here. So there is already synchronicity. You've got this card. If you want to read it yourself, pause now. Okay. Liberate yourself from the manifestations of the past, from what is often called tradition. Throw open the cupboard doors to reveal the skeletons and release the crystallized views of your ancestors that have manifested as your genes. Your genes are threads of reality formed by the power of your ancestors' thoughts and feelings. Let us say thank you to all who have come before us for their creations and all that they lived. For in doing so, they gave you options and brought you to where you are now. When you were born, you arrived at the vibration of all that the generation before you wanted. You are the manifestation of the expanded previous generation. Each generation's job is to expand even more for the sheer beauty and joy of it. This is the natural flow of life. Somehow we allowed ourselves to become living statues, reenacting the experiences of the past, becoming a victim to this. Your genes are a blueprint, formed by the past to give you a place to start when you arrive. Your genes do not decide anything, you do. Liberate yourself and become who you know you are. You are powerful. Whoa. Okay, let me sink that in. Okay. I feel this pile is connected to the first pile, but I think you may be a step further. However, this is basically one of the themes that came out in the previously piles where I was talking about old family patterns. So maybe you do want to check out pile number 1. There may be some information for you as well. Let me see. Actually, I think you may be close to a breakthrough, a good breakthrough. However, there is still like some tiny things. Again, I think you're a step further than the previous pile. There's still a little things more. Because we do have the coyote, and it's talking about the wise fool, accept your follies and find the teachings in them. So there might be some old behavioral patterns, and we do have that something in here, like you with the genes, right? There is some family patterns, and it is important to find teaching in whatever it is, if it is your own follies or family stuff that has been imprinted on you, and yeah, to accept it, but also you can change it, because we do have this card here that is talking about change. Some of you may feel a little stuck right now, but I don't get it as that much stuck, to be honest, because all of the other cards are very beautiful. I get more the image like you have been in this labyrinth for a long time, and now you have basically reached the way out, and there is the way out. As you see, the gate is open and there is the light at the end of the tunnel, so he can just turn around and leave, because he has been in the dark for a long time. And honeymoon to me is also a card that is talking about raising your frequency, about having this joyous energy, trusting that you are guided by spirit. I mean, the angel is guiding the boat, and trust in magic. I think you are getting more and more awakened of the power that you basically have. And maybe you do have a divine counterpart that helps you, because this is kind of like we start to love, our lives are changed forever. Take a chance on love. But it kind of, with the boat here as well, the word I got into my head was a journey, that you have been on a journey for a long time, and you are close to reaching your destiny. However, again, there is some minor things. There may be a little more things to learn and to accept about yourself, to forgive others and forgive yourself. And this card, the crystal card, may of course indicate maybe you should work with crystals. I'm not the biggest expert on that. Not that I don't believe in it, it's just not the biggest expert on that. But the message I usually got here was being crystal clear about what you want. Maybe some of you are still sending out some scared energy to the universe, like, I love this person, but I've been stuck for so long, so this is not going anywhere. So you send out union energy. I want to be with my person. I love my person, and I feel my person. I am connected to my person. Union energy, and but this is not going anywhere. So stuck energy. So you're basically sending out two different vibrations to the universe, and the universe cannot deal with it. What's the universe supposed to give you? You send out union. Universe is like, yeah, okay, we'll give you union. Then you're like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. And then universe is like, okay, then we'll cancel union. And then you get back, oh, but yeah, I feel my person and I know we're gonna do it. Universe is like, all right, on his way. And then you're like, yeah, but it's been like 5 years. I'm just making up something. It's been like 5 years. It's not going anywhere. Universe, oh, you just ordered. It's not going anywhere. Okay, cancelled. So be clear on what you want. Trust that you are on this journey, and trust. We have trust here again. Trust that in magic, and whatever needs to change, just change. And what I do notice, like here we have the star over her head, and this card is basically talking about being connected to the divine. It's the card of wish fulfillment, and he's got the moon right over his head, which is also talking about illumination to me, about intuition growing. And I don't like to get into third party stuff usually, because I think if you focus on third parties, or don't watch any pick a card readings of third parties, that could be something that is sending out scattered energy. If your person may be still in another relationship, don't focus on that. If you think, oh, he's in a third party or what's going on there, then you are manifesting that. So, but what I see here is that person, he wants to take off the stone, the sword of the stone, and fight the dragon. And that could be like, if he is still in another relationship, end it. Clear out whatever is in between you. If it's distance, if it's stress, if it's old patterns, if it's another person, whatever it is, your person wants to get rid of that and then come get you. So this is a very good thing. Then we do have the Nine of Cups. I mean, those two cards, we have two cards of wish fulfillment. The Star and the Nine of Cups, amazing cards. So you are going to get your wish fulfilled. And then we've got the Four of Wands, which is the Union card. But again, the Union card, the Homecoming of Odysseus, means that you have to do your task first. Odysseus had to work through whatever he had to work through. He had to fight gods and cyclops. Neptune was not his biggest fan. You shouldn't mess with Neptune when you want to get home and you are taking a boat. However, he came home after he completed his journey, after he learned his lessons, after he did everything he had to do in order to get home. So this means if you're not healed yet, you can't have union. You have to clear your old cycles. You first have to do the change within you, and you have to trust in the divine. You are divinely guided. We do see that here, and you are about to attract your person in. So I think, again, if you are not in union yet, you are pretty close. And then we have like union energy in here as well. I mean, this looks like union. We have the two birds flying towards one another, which reminds me of communication, calming. We have sexual freedom, of course. Sexuality is a big thing for Scorpio. So that's that as well. Please also, for some of you, find out if you have to clear all stuff. Maybe it's for somebody who has something to do with sexuality. Again, don't send out scared energy to the universe. If you love one person, then don't get intimate with another person and exchange this kind of energy with another person, because again, that can like scatter the energy. Like whom do you want in your energy system? Do you want person A in your energy system or person B? If you want person A, then don't constantly get person B in your energy system, for example. That could be a thing, for example, for some of you. But again, take a chance. So if your person comes, make sure that you don't turn your back on them. Don't make them, again, Scorpios can hold grudges. Don't be like, oh, but you did that and that and that wrong. You need to apologize. Once you have forgiven and healed, which is your person won't come or cannot stay unless you have forgiven and healed. But if you have forgiven and healed, then your person doesn't have to come to apologize, because the issue is already resolved, right? So don't be like, okay, but you have to do that and that and that, because again, once you have changed your energy and you are called to change something and send out the right energy and be in this high vibrational, hopeful, like knowing, I want to say more like knowing energy, then your person will have to come, meaning you kind of like decide when your person comes by choosing your own energy. And again, we do have the blissful energy. It's important to get into this energy, and then you will draw your person in. You can trust in it. We do have the freedom card here, so maybe there's some family, like minor family stuff for those of you where there is family stuff. Please check out pile number 1. But again, whatever you are born with, whatever family you came from, it has nothing to do where you will end. Because spiritual people were often sent into dysfunctional families in order to clear their karma as well. Because very high level spiritual people were sent down to clear karma for the collective. And by karma, I mean imbalance or darker energies, negative energies that we are experiencing in this world right now. So it actually may be that you had a rough start, and that was wanted by your soul and by spirit, because you do have the power to clear that stuff. But again, the main issue for Scorpios can be forgiving. If you have problems forgiving sometimes, please check out pile number 1. I think I explained forgiving in pile number 1, why you should forgive. Yeah, the grudges energy, this is like the biggest, could be the downfall for Scorpios. However, if you manage to heal that, then you clear not only your own energy bodies, but like the oversoul from your family as well. Imagine you have an oversoul with your family, with your friend group as well, then even bigger with your town or city or state, and then country, continent, world. So there's different kind of oversoul. You have an oversoul when you still go to college, for example, with your class. You have whenever you go into a situation where you are with other people, there is this oversoul between you. And some oversouls we are born with, like family. And imagine it's like you see like a cloud. It's a dark cloud, and if you get your energy white, and this cloud is connected to every person, then you send white energy into that cloud, clearing the clutter, and it will get clearer, wider, and then the entire family will profit. And if you're like, yeah, but they were all jerks, I don't want them to profit, then do it for the collective. Because or maybe you have nieces and nephews you like, and so you would do it for them too, for everybody who is yet to come. And also you do clear energies for the collective. So forgiving is important. But again, if you were sent into a rather difficult situation as a child, then because your soul decided, okay, I want to contribute to the entire world by helping clearing out clutter, by healing, by forgiving, and raising my own frequency. And again, crystals, I get crystal clear, so make sure that you get your energy body clear, and then you will get your union, wish fulfillment. This is quite obvious, right? But it does require some kind of change. Well, Scorpios, you had a nice reading. Actually, both piles did. Some zodiac signs, they have a rough time coming ahead. But Scorpios, you are doing pretty well so far. So congratulations. Please subscribe, like, and share. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. If you want a personal reading that, of course, always includes coaching, just contact me. I am very open to receive your requests. Also, if you have a request for another pick a card, please post it below, and check out my other content. Bye bye, Scorpios.